Hey, it's Chris Byer.
Chris Bowling,
Happy Christmas week,
woo!
CB.
Happy holidays, man.
I am excited for this week. We've got all kinds of family events happening, some time off for the two of us. It's been a good year and excited just to celebrate that with family and enjoy the holidays.
Yeah, year went by so fast. I can't believe
Yes, it did.
we're gonna
Yes,
blink.
it did.
Then it's gonna be 2025. But yeah, Christmas is always a fun time of the year. So I have two questions for you.
All right.
What is your fondest memory growing up over the Christmas period?
I'm just going to say it was the food experience of both of my grandparents' houses. And
Oh,
and to know that they were totally different houses. One very much Midwest. We're going to do meat and potato style Christmas food. And then the other East Coast is going to be very traditional Christmas food. But in both of those scenarios, just the recipes and the experience of that day coming over to my grandparents, if we were traveling to one of those, you can't, I can't replicate that as much as
no,
I enjoy cooking now. There's
there,
just, I've tried my best and I
there's
cannot make it feel the same way.
there's something about those grandmas
Oh,
that could cook like nobody's business. Like my grandma
yep.
Bowling made homemade noodles. We've never been able to replicate it, but
Yeah.
oh man,
Yep.
dead on the
Yeah.
food.
The food, and it's just, and that's the easiest way I can explain it, because I could go on for hours and hours about all of the different things, but we
Oh.
only have 10 minutes. So how about you?
My fondest memory of Christmas was my mother's side, so I had two uncles, of course, two aunts. I had three cousins, and of course, Grandma and Grandpa Jansen. We would all go up to the North Woods of Wisconsin
Yes.
and snowmobile. And I still have a photo of I was standing at the top of the hill, and then all of the sleds were down, and
Yeah.
I thought we had 18 snowmobiles all lined up because then, some people brought
That's awesome. Yeah.
and so my grandma Jansen, for our Christmas gift, she would give us a big bag of quarters. Because if anybody has snowmobiled up in Wisconsin, guess what you do? You go to bar to bar to bar to bar to bar. So what do the kids do? Well, there's of course games
Play video games.
and game. So that was my fondest memory. We'd have so
Yeah.
much fun. I mean, you're talking about all day on a snowmobile, just having a blast with your cousins. It was absolute riot.
Yeah. And I think that's probably, the time. I think Christmas was probably the time that I did get together with most of my cousins. I mean, we would have, because we were all spread out across the country. And so, like, if we we're going to do Christmas on my mom's side, we had, 20 people in the house. My dad's
Yeah.
side, much smaller family. So it was just my brother and my parents and aunt and my grandparents. But yeah, I think that experience, just like you said, time with cousins, man,
Oh,
that we got into a lot of trouble, but it
yeah.
was, it was definitely some fun.
Did you have like a tradition, like something that you knew every year that this was part of Christmas, that you either look forward to or not?
Again, it's going to come back to the food.
Yeah.
My grandma Byers sugar cookies and her homemade fudge. You
Oh,
just knew that was on. Yeah, it was fantastic. And then, just I think my mom's side brought in reading the Christmas story at night
oh
by
yeah.
candlelight,
Yeah.
eggnog cookies like on Christmas Eve. I think that was
Yeah.
something that she brought in from like her grandparents, and it just continued on. So yeah, that was definitely a tradition.
I love it.
I like to eat though too. Like those, you can't
Gotta eat.
undo those memories, man, because it
Yeah.
just tastes so good.
I
How about
like
yourself?
I like
Traditions?
how both of yours has come back to food. That's fun.
Maybe I'm hungry right now. That could be it. So,
Yeah, so our tradition would have been on Carrie's side. Her mom and dad would have Christmas at their house, and Karen's brother and sister-in-law and cousins were really like family because there was only
yeah,
two, brother, sister, that's it. So her cousins today are more like, you know, um, brother-in-laws and
yeah.
sister-in-laws. But every year, and it was always a mystery, is Karen would create a theme around the Christmas. And
Okay.
so
Wow.
it would be decorated in this theme. And of
Yeah.
course, we had to play games. And our games were wrapped around the theme. So, like one year, Kurt, brother-in-law, was in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So the whole theme of that Christmas was Hawaii. I think one year the socks, the white
That's it.
socks.
That's a lot of planning. That
Oh
is a
my
lot of work.
The amount of work that these two put into
Yes.
this Christmas was insane. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's still some of our best memories because there's, something always happens that's funny. And yes, and these
Yeah.
games that they would create, I mean, I just sucked at these games. I was horrible at it. I could never win it, it's but yeah, we
Yeah.
still laugh about it today. So it's such a great tradition. Of course, we miss not doing it, but once Carrie's dad passed away,
Yeah.
it got harder to keep doing it.
Certainly. Now it's
Yeah.
and it's fun to be able to pass some of these things on now to our kids and like see how they are experiencing it, or what what we're currently doing as a family is a mesh up of all of this stuff on both sides of the family, which is fun. It's like, okay,
Absolutely.
I see a little bit of influence on each of these different traditions that now we're trying to make what we do as a family, so it's good.
Thanks for sharing. Great stories.
Absolutely.
Happy
Enjoy the
holidays,
time
everybody.
off, sir.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, bye bye.